In today's interconnected digital landscape, third-party vendors play a vital role, but they also introduce significant risks. That's why conducting effective vendor security assessments is crucial for mitigating cyber risks, ensuring compliance with regulations, and protecting sensitive data. Learn all about the key components and best practices of vendor security assessments in this episode of Audit Board Essentials. The speed of digital transformation has led organizations to increasingly rely on third-party vendors for a variety of services, from cloud computing to data analytics. While this reliance enhances operational efficiency, it also expands an organization's attack surface, creating new opportunities for cyber threats. That's where vendor security assessments, or VSAs, come in. A VSA is a structured process that's used to evaluate the security controls, vulnerabilities, and overall cybersecurity posture of third-party vendors to reduce the risk of data breaches and other cyber threats. It helps organizations identify and mitigate risk, protect sensitive data, maintain compliance with standards like HIPAA, GDPR, SOC 2, PCI DSS, and ISO 27001, as well as maintain business continuity. Cybersecurity attacks have escalated over the years, with attackers often targeting less secure vendors as a means to infiltrate larger networks. In fact, according to a 2023 report by Cybercrime magazine, supply chain attacks are expected to increase 15% year over year through 2031. Statistics like this highlight why every organization needs a clear, structured approach to assessing vendor security. VSAs also help ensure that both the organization and its vendors adhere to various regulatory and compliance requirements to avoid legal penalties and reputational damage. A comprehensive VSA typically includes security questionnaires and templates, which are sent to vendors to gather details on their security practices, and a structured risk assessment process to identify and evaluate potential risks associated with vendors. Conducting an effective VSA involves several critical steps: an initial screening to evaluate vendor risk before engagement, risk profiling to categorize vendors by risk level, due diligence, which involves gathering information through security questionnaires and interviews, contractual agreement reviews to ensure security and compliance obligations are documented, and final approval or sign-off on the completeness and accuracy of the assessment by key stakeholders like the security team and procurement. Speaking of the security team and procurement, cross-functional collaboration between teams is also extremely important when conducting VSAs. You want to involve security teams early by engaging with your cybersecurity experts during the vendor selection process to flag potential risks. You also want to loop in procurement and risk management. Aligning procurement policies and risk management objectives will ensure that security considerations are part of purchasing decisions. Now, once your VSA is complete, continuous monitoring is crucial for maintaining a secure vendor ecosystem. Key practices include regular vendor risk reviews, monitoring fourth-party risks, which includes evaluating vendors that your vendors use, and tracking security metrics. According to Google Cloud's vendor security assessment, automation and continuous monitoring are essential for early detection of potential risks, allowing for timely remediation while strengthening vendor relationships. In conclusion, VSAs are a critical component of any robust cybersecurity strategy. When done right by implementing best practices, automating processes, and fostering collaboration, they help organizations stay compliant, secure their data, and protect against growing cybersecurity risks associated with third-party vendors. That's it for this episode of Audit Board Essentials. Be sure to subscribe and tune in to our channel for future episodes where we'll be covering the nuts and bolts of the foundational knowledge of audit, risk, and compliance.